Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GCU Soccer Stadium here on the campus of Grand Canyon University. My name is Spencer Barton, alongside Sebastian Mata for GCU Club Rugby between the GCU Antelopes and the ASU Sun Devils. We're sitting down for a quick pregame interview.
It's fun. So just mentally we're coming up here, we know this is going to be a battle. The heat adds to that, and so I think it's just trying to be resilient, you know, make the resiliency is probably the biggest thing.
And the practices,
I mean, it was similar. It's like, this is going to be a battle, but like, again, when you have to do hard things, you're going to come out as a stronger person. So be prepared mentally to do the hard things so that we can grow as individuals.
and what's going to be different about today's game from the last
We kick. We like to kick, and I think using our kicking game is going to help shape the game. Thank you.
I'm Janice Reyes with the Varsity Sports Show. Today I'm with the team head coach of the women's rugby team here at GCU. So today is Wednesday night. How are you guys feeling? We're super excited. Everybody loves winning today, especially when it's house rivalry. We love playing ASU. They're going to give us a lot of good energy. And you know, one time what do you see about ASU? Okay, they've grown year after year, and they haven't made us yet in conference games, so I know they're coming for us, and we're really excited to see what they have to do to us. Again, they're going to be really strong. They got a lot of speed, they got a lot of strength, and so it's going to be a fun game. And what was the mood coming in today? You guys are warming up right now. What mood are you in? We want to have good energy. We want to play our game. We want to play fast. We want to play strong. We want to play creatively. So a bit of that like QA. So we want to be, you know, nice and flowy in our game. So nice and calm. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks so much.
And we are back. This is the 11th meeting all time in the series between ASU and GCU. GCU has really dominated this series, winning all 10 matchups, and they've averaged 41.5 points per game in this series, scoring 415 over their last 10. The largest margin of victory, 50 points, a couple years ago, back on the 15th of January in 2022, with the smallest margin of victory being 13 points. Sebastian, we talk about GCU, and we know how dominant of a program they've had, being to the postseason multiple times. What does ASU really have to do today to really be able to get their first win in the series?
Well, ASU has to put up a very solid defense. ASU has to put up a very solid defense in the coming game in order to really stand a good fighting chance. ASU's offense stands to be pretty good, though a bit mediocre as compared to GCU's team. You know, with GCU's offense scoring over 329 points with an average of 47 per game, and ASU on average scores about 10 points lower than that at 35.8. So they really just have to up the offense in order to try to, even this out. Alongside the defense as well, you know, their points per game is over 10 points less. So just in general, ASU really just needs to step up everything on all fronts. The real advantageous factor for ASU, especially in this game, is the heat more than anything else. So it's over 87 degrees right now, feels like 90, and especially with this humid field, it wouldn't surprise me if the temperature was 95 to 97 degrees. So ASU having a white uniform could actually stand to benefit them over the GCU team, which is wearing an all-black uniform. So I think that could certainly be a factor, because it'll be a war of attrition on this field. It'll be two competitive rugby teams here. So it's just going to be winding up on, I bet it's going to be, if the defense can keep it going good, it'll just be whoever can keep standing, you know.
All right, well, ASU looking for their first win in the series. They're 5-1 on the season. GCU 5-2. They did, if you're the Lobes, I mean, 91 points in their last game against San Diego State. They come in at home 3-1, averaging 52.5 points per game, 210 over their last 4. When you look at this team as a whole, if you're GCU, what has really benefited them the most this season so far?
Well, I think that GCU's offense most definitely will benefit them the most. You know, they get 47 average points per game. and they've scored 329 points in the entire season. So that's a frankly ridiculous amount. That's a very good amount of points. So just for a team to be able to be that good and that competitive, I mean, I think that the thing that'll definitely be helping GCU out the most will be the amount of offense that they have, just the sheer competitiveness of their offense.
GCU returns 11 players from their undefeated 2024 regular season team. That is a really good build around for GCU. They did have to retool a little bit this year. However, they have came out strong, 5-2. They're looking to close out the regular season with a win before regionals. ASU looking for their first win in this series, as we mentioned. But GCU, when we look at their offense, we talk about some of the players to potentially watch out for. We talked with Coach Mahoney back on January 31st before the start of the season. Talked about Angel Lucero, Chloe Williams, Kalea Miller being some players counting on to kind of really build on this team, and then some other transfers which we'll get into as the game progresses. But what has been, as we're getting ready for starting lineups here, but Sebastian, when you look at these players, obviously one of them's a graduate, the other one's a freshman, and one of them's a returning player from last year's team. How does that help this team when your GCU build on the success they've already had over multiple years?
So I think that they're really good just for giving that leadership role, you know. They're obviously very highly capable girls who know what they're doing and can play the game very well. So that experience, you know, going down to the new kids, the freshmen, the sophomores, you know, that really helps build some more experience. This helps kind of pass the baton on from a highly experienced team to another highly experienced team. All right, so we'll switch over to the PA announcer for intros.
Cameron Sheen and Taylon Ailes. For the subs, Tyler Valirio, Sunday Crane, Reagan Fennicle, Audrey Davis, Madison Norcott, Uno Tate, Emily Ruiz, and Willie Morrison. Now, here's the starting lineups for your GCU Lopes. A senior forward, number 1, Angelique Schrock. A senior forward, number 2, Maya Little. A junior forward, number 3, Atra Tleeman. Number 4, junior forward, Marley Shorter. A junior forward, number 5, Katrina Clark. A freshman forward, number 6, Anika Long. A sophomore, Ariana King, number 7. Number 8, graduate forward, Chloe Williams. Number 9, junior, Caitlin Poole. Number 10, junior, Fayed Ituni. Number 11, sophomore, Carmandi Coughlin. A freshman, number 12, Kalia Miller. A sophomore, number 13, Ixel Sanchez. A junior, number 14, Ariana Topping. And number 15, a freshman, Ciara Tugu. For the reserves, number 16, a freshman, Ava Watson. Number 17, a sophomore, Lile Time. Number 18, a junior, Maria Tuirasi. Number 19, a freshman, Pina Ugasi. Number 20, a junior forward, Lucia Pogue. A freshman, number 21, Maya Wariaks. A junior, number 22, Janaya Taylor. And number 23, a junior, Madison Jelleberg. At this time, will you please stand and kindly remove your caps? Performing today's prayer
Off
is
of
the
Cave Creek
freshman,
Road,
Ava
just north of
Watson.
the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hi, my name is Amaya Lucero. I'm 20 years old and I'm a junior at UNLV. A few fun facts about me is that I love to travel. One of my favorite places to travel to is Disneyland. I love all things Disney. Another fun fact about me is that I was my high school dance team captain. I can't wait to be with varsity sports as an intern this semester.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AAPAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
Hello everyone, my name is Ansley Pavicek and I'm a returning member of the Varsity Sports Show. I currently attend UNLV and go to the Greenspun College of Urban Affairs, which currently houses our Journalism and Media Studies program. As a sports fan, I know how much sports mean to people, and the fact that not only do I get to talk about it as an internship, but eventually hopefully to do a career with it is truly incredible.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Hello, I'm Ethan Kinney and I'm a junior at ASU and I'm interning in this spring for the Varsity Sports Show. I've played sports a lot of my life, basketball, soccer, baseball, so it's interesting going from playing sports to becoming the one that's telling the stories about the sports, and it's something that I take a lot of pride in. In the past, I've done a lot of writing pieces and a little bit of camera work, but I don't have as much experience when it comes to being behind the camera and directing. I'm really looking forward to building my skills through this internship and helping me build a career in sports media.
And we return for GCU taking the field.
And as we're getting ready to start this one, we'll just go over some quick scores we talked about in the series. The first matchup was back on January 27th, back 2017-2018 season. GCU won 28-0. They played again that same year in the semifinals. GCU won 46-14. 21st in Provo, Utah, at the Rugby D1 Elite Nationals, GCU beat ASU 39-24. Then they won 51-12 here at GCU in 2018. Won at ASU 32-19. Then on 21-22, so they took 2 years off, 60-10. Then 36-5 in 22-23 on January 28th. Again on April 8th at GCU for the PDRC Championship, GCU beat ASU 34-0 in a shutout. They shut out ASU again back on February 3rd of 2023-2024, 43-0. And then they played March 29th at ASU 2024-2025. GCU took that one 46-16. One-sided series, a lot of scoring. We'll see how close this game is today, as GCU we know is a high-powered offense as well as a really good defense, getting up just 24 points per game on average here on the season. It looks like GCU is going to start with the ball here. We're getting ready here. Start this one off.
Yes, sir. Number 10, Payne Tweeney is ready to kick off for the Lopes. The junior from Henderson, Nevada, returning for another season with the Lopes.
Here on senior day at Grand Canyon University. And we are underway. So ASU take the opening kick here. Great job splitting
the way through.
That was just great job there. And quickly off the tackle, and ASU moving it quickly.
Covered by number 4. And they inch their way towards attempting a goal. Try to make an early lead in this competitive game against a powerhouse GCU team.
ASU doing a great job.
Taking to number 12.
It looks like there was a foul against ASU for not releasing the ball. So GCU now with possession. Here they come. Quickly in Arizona State territory. Great move.
There go the Lopes, number 6. Anika Long currently with the ball, passing it over.
GCU working it from right to left.
Over to number 17 here with Ariana King.
Try to split the defenders, taken down right there. Great tackle by Arizona State. GCU just moving, inching closer.
And there it is.
Almost breaking free.
Ooh.
Just gets tackled there. Great job, Arizona State, because that would have potentially been a touchdown right there. Great job. Sorry, would have been a try, correction.
Yeah, we're very much an American football sports broadcasting company here. So.
And there it is, GCU inching closer.
Nearly there.
Working around, trying to find an opening.
There it is. Nope. Oh, and a fumble.
It's on the ground.
Recovered. Oh.
Looks like they're calling a foul against Arizona State. So it will be GCU ball here. Actually, no, because it was they're going to say it was forward. There's going to be a scrum going on here.
Yeah, in order to try to break it up.
Trying to see exactly who's going to have possession here. Arizona State's going to have possession, putting the ball into the scrum.
The scrum, yeah.
So ASU going to try to keep possession here.
Yeah, dangerous position, though, for ASU to be in, especially considering this GCU team. Oh, yep, there it is.
So Arizona State does keep possession there, so great job in the scrum to keep possession. You have to get rid of it quickly when you get tackled. Arizona State does a great job doing that. They kick it ahead to try to
yep.
But right to GCU.
Dangerous move to give anything to GCU.
But had to give it away because it's so close to the goal line. Didn't want to risk a turnover.
It's not a good risk, but ASU repossesses it.
See GCU
there
just swarming.
She goes.
And Arizona State getting ready to get possession back. Keep possession here. Working it right to left side of the field. And they kick that one, it goes out of bounds, so it's going to be a line out. So we're going to look for the tunnel here, which both teams will send a player up into the air to try to catch it off the inbound.
Yeah, this is one of the fun parts of watching rugby, watching that small gymnastics routine, That's what makes rugby such a difficult sport just in general. It's a combination of so many different things. You have not only just the pure athletics, but you need to have the strength and the agility to be able to, support your teammates up in the air and the balance. It's very, very much a difficult sport to play.
It is a very difficult sport, and a great job there was by Chloe Williams, one of the players, main contributors that we talked about that GCU's coach Mahoney was talking about early on, that trying to get a big contribution from. She's the graduate on this GCU team and does a great job on that last possession to inch forward ahead as GCU keeping possession here.
Oh, yeah.
But see Williams right there again, just taking on multiple ASU defenders right there, not wanting to go down easily.
And, yeah, it seems like ASU so far is holding off GCU, even if just barely.
And these two played on a 7-on-7 tournament back in San Diego early on couple months ago, and that was only a 10-8 game in a 7-on-7.
Yeah, so it seems like this may be ASU's opportunity to, turn the tides of their rivalry, Historically, it's been a very one-sided rivalry, but it seems like this may finally be ASU's time to shine.
So far, they looked evenly matched as there's another scrum here. ASU is going to be the one putting the ball into the scrum.
Second ASU scrum this game.
Jalen Espino was the one putting the ball into the scrum as Arizona State will kick this one ahead.
Oh,
and it gets past.
Good kick.
Gets right past GCU, goes all the way into where would be where the try is at. And GCU gets rid of it.
Oh, there it is for ASU.
Yeah, they're inching closer here.
Golden chance to get there it is.
And they get the try. They get
an early score from Arizona State.
Naomi Steitzel, the senior back from Southbury,
Connecticut,
with the try. So 5 points on a try. So now they're going to attempt to kick it for another 2 points here, looks like.
Yeah, what a good opportunity from Arizona State. From the quick kick forward over to the early conversion there. Seems like we're going to have a quick water break.
Yeah, got to stay hydrated on the field, especially with the temperatures in the upper 80s, almost 90s. And with the temps rising as the day progresses, definitely want to stay hydrated.
Oh, yeah, especially with most of the team not being needed. You know, the only person giving that kick is our very same Naomi Steitzel.
So she's able to convert this here. It'll be 2 additional points. If
Yeah.
not, we'll stay 5-0.
And it goes through the posts, and it's a goal.
So 7-0, Arizona State leads over GCU, and based on where they put the ball down in the end zone, depends on where they're going to attempt the 2-point try from. So it just really depends on ball placement when you do score. If you are these teams, you got to be very careful, because that could also be the difference at the end of this game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But just a little over 6 minutes in with that hydration break, Arizona State takes the early lead.
Yeah, that's definitely very needed for this Arizona State team to stay competitive.
How crucial would you say that is for Arizona State? Since we've talked about in the series, we get these scores here, how much of an important factor it's been for them.
Yeah, no, it's extremely important. You know, they're doing well this game though, keeping it going.
So GCU kicking off here. So Arizona State getting rid of it was Abigail Curtin. For Arizona State, they're going from left side to right side of the field to try to move it across. They're in the white uniforms, GCU in the all black. And ASU going to kick this one in the air to try to advance. But it's going to go.
And it doesn't go. Oh, and another fumble.
Oh my goodness, that is twice.
There goes Naomi once again with the ball, passing it back to her teammates.
And we just mentioned that's how they scored the last time.
Yeah.
And now Arizona State doing a great job advancing, and now they're already into GCU territory once again.
Yeah, it seems like ASU has just GCU has a tough time recovering ASU's punts that come forward, and that's led to a disastrous consequence early on, which led to ASU's 7-point lead. And it seems like just right now GCU gave up a large amount of possession.
Yeah, GCU, there's a whistle there. We're going to have a scrum. But when we talk about strategy, right, is that a strategy ASU's trying to employ if they're seeing that this is consistently a problem for GCU, is trying to kick it ahead and try to just field it, play that way instead of constantly just trying to run it all the way across down the field?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's definitely a decent part of ASU's strategy there. Once again,
ASU
leads the scrum. GCU has not led a single scrum this game.
Great tackle right there by number 14, Ariana Topping for GCU.
Oh.
And there's Chloe Williams.
Good tackle.
Williams getting involved in both sides, offense and defense.
Oh!
Huge hit right there on an attempted tackle by GCU, but ASU got rid of it just in time. There is a whistle.
Yeah, that was a brutal.
Not sure if maybe pushed that, or it could have been not releasing the ball as soon as she got tackled, but it will be GCU ball here. Just about 10 minutes gone by. Just over 9 minutes have gone by here in the opening half.
I'm not sure why the ball was given to GCU. That was a brutal tackle just now that did not look under the legs. So
and GCU turns it right back over, and here comes Arizona State.
For those of us at home, a tackle in rugby, similar to football, needs to be on the legs.
Yeah, it cannot
in order
be
to be valid. It cannot be above the legs. So that's why that tackle that we saw a few minutes ago looked very much not under the legs.
We're seeing ASU keep possession, and how you do this, when you get tackled, you have to release the ball backwards, and you have a defender to try to block to gain possession. But Arizona State turns it over. So GCU forcing one there, trying to tie this one up. And that is King with it, Ariana King.
Oh, and a good repossession by Arizona State, but it is stopped.
They will
have. Going to go for another scrum?
Looks like we will.
Yeah. A fourth ASU scrum by now. Oh, no.
Yep, they are going to do a scrum, and it is led by number 9, Jeslyn Espino. Espino once again leading the scrum, because this is, I believe, the 4th time she's leading the scrum here.
Oh, yeah, 4th or 5th by now. There's been a lot of scrums from this ASU team.
Sounds like ASU almost has it down to a science here early on.
I wonder if it's a part of their strategy, to have this many scrums, because after a scrum, they always leads to some good results for them at the end of the day. There, another catch. Oh, but a fumble.
Ball is on the ground.
Though.
And
oh, no. Possession goes to
Arizona. No, it's going to go to GCU.
Yeah, possession
it was a forward pass.
Returns to GCU because of a forward pass. Offside violation.
So there we go. That's exactly what GCU needs. But I think it is part of ASU's strategy, Sebastian, is that they're trying to get as many scrums and limit the chances for GCU to score as possible.
Yeah, it's always a good result for ASU whenever that happens. So we're going to get the first GCU scrum of the game.
Not sure the number leading it for GCU at the current moment.
She passes straight back.
There's Williams, will pass it over. This is how they move it to get it in for a try.
And it goes off.
Gets tackled out of bounds. And it will be, looks like we may have another scrum. Yes. No, we're going to have a line out here. A line out led by Arizona State. So throwing it in for Arizona State is Abigail Curtin, the junior from Tucson, Arizona. Oh, and it is stolen away off the line out. Great job. No, looks like there may have been an offside or a violation against GCU. I'm not quite sure, as Arizona, they called it on GCU, so it will be ASU ball, but for what looked to me potentially been a stolen possession.
And it goes out.
And it's kicked out.
Again.
So it will be another line out here. Arizona State back into GCU territory. We're just about to hit the 13-minute mark here in the first half. 7-0 ASU leads over GCU. The Lobes have really had a one-sided series up to this point. So far, ASU has given GCU a run for their money.
Yeah, so far, I mean, especially with these brutal heat conditions, I mean, I'm surprised either one of these teams is playing as good as they are. Well, not surprised, but.
Trying to line out there. Arizona State able to keep possession despite the high throw.
Yes. Naomi passes it over to number 12, Jillian Lux.
Great tackle by Grand Canyon. Looks like GCU is able to get the possession right there. Gets another turnover. Seeing GCU just go right into 2 and 3 defenders. Leg still turning. Great job by Grand Canyon right there. Gets a couple more on the ground there to Williams. Makes one miss. Able to dive forward for a couple more. She was getting tackled, and here comes Grand Canyon with an opportunity to King.
Oh,
ball's on the ground,
but tackled by Arizona State, but it continues on.
Here comes Grand Canyon down the sideline, going for the try. Did she get in?
No, she did not. Just stops a few meters down from the end zone, and she tries to truck her way through.
Did she get in? That's the question. Waiting to see. Looks like just short.
No, she is still short.
We've seen Grand Canyon this close before. Can they get it in? Trying.
No. ASU's putting up a solid defense, and
ball's on the ground.
Oh, there it goes for GCU.
And GCU turns it over. Oh, wait, no.
No.
Looks like there was a
scrum.
No, it was just
just a
foul against Arizona State, and there's the try.
There it is. Number 14 for GCU.
Ariana
Topping.
Wow.
The junior back from Elkhart, Indiana, sorry.
And now another hydration break here as GCU is going to attempt to tie it up.
We'll see you down there as our field correspondent will take it over.
And we're back here. They missed the try there. Oh, sorry, the 2 points on that kick. So it is 7-5. Arizona State does lead over GCU by 2 here in a close one.
Yep. So it is certainly a competitive game, but GCU seems to see their dominance slipping, especially in this tournament. Seems like a discussion between the referee and the sidemen.
Yes, and it looks like after every try, I should say, it is a water break for the hydration because it is really warmer here, especially in March for Arizona.
Not only warm, it is humid on that field. The sweat that they must be losing, the amount of water they must be losing is ridiculous. It is hot, it is humid, and these are unenviable conditions to play a sport like rugby in, but these girls and their passion for the sport, you know, overcomes anything.
So there is a scrum near the line for ASU to score. We'll see if they're able to. They are leading the scrum.
Yeah, this happened after a kickoff went near GCU's end zone. And getting ready for that scrum.
Espino from Chandler, Arizona.
Yeah, not far. It's a short commute for her.
Played at Mountain Point, well, from Mountain Point High School.
Yeah, most of rugby is more of an up and coming. There it is for Arizona State.
Arizona State gets the try.
Do they? No. Yes. Yes, they do.
No, they did not. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure why.
Looked like it did cross the line. Looks like me. I'm not sure, so I don't want to speculate. But that was a great.
It might have been a foul. I don't know.
Just a great stand by GCU nonetheless, though.
Yeah, great defense by GCU.
And they'll kick it to Arizona State, and here come the Sun Devils. Splitting defenders, and then tackled immediately. That was number 7, Abigail Oberfield, the sophomore out of Mesa, Arizona. As there's another tackle made by Grand Canyon. Arizona State inching closer and closer.
Good catch.
All the way to the far side of the field. And GCU just swarming at ASU right now. They are doing a great job holding the line. Arizona State right through 2 defenders. That was Haley Connor out of Peoria, Arizona. On that play right there for Arizona State, trying to go through 2 defenders. But so far, GCU holding their own.
Yeah.
As a whistle blows, and it's going to be possession for GCU.
Yep, GCU regains possession. And the kickoff.
And it will go out, so it will be a line out once again here. So far, just about halfway through the first half, 7-5, Arizona State leads GCU. 11th meeting all time. GCU's won all 10 matchups in this series so far. Off the lineout, it is stolen away. Arizona State stealing that possession and able to get it right back in GCU territory. They're working from right to left, and the ball's on the ground.
It's a fumble, but it continues to go through for ASU.
And the Sun Devils keep possession here. They will kick it ahead. This has been a problem for GCU to control.
And
not on that one,
this
though.
Time.
So that's exactly what you want if you're the Lopes, to get possession right back.
Yeah, a decent tackle. Didn't go the way that they wanted it to go, just right there.
And just a great tackle right there.
Yeah, it didn't have the placement, you know, didn't have the... and
kick ahead
punt
there.
ahead. They won't get to it, ASU, but it's all right.
Another line out. So, if you're GCU, Sebastian, what we've seen so far, if you're GCU, what do you got to do to get the momentum rolling? Because they scored 91 points in their last game. And so far, only 5 through just about 21 minutes. We have another hydration break.
Well, yeah, I'd say that it's certainly a war of attrition, especially with all of this, with all this humidity. You know, it's certainly a tough war of attrition. I think GCU just needs to wait out and wait for it to happen. We will see you down there. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
I'm Janice Reyes here with the Varsity Sports Show. And right now, GCU is down 5-7 against ASU. ASU did score the first try and did make their 2-point attempt. When GCU scored, they failed their 2-point attempt. We are currently on a 2-minute timeout, so we will see you guys later.
We return near the
And just about 19 minutes left.
Yeah.
We have a hydration break on the field.
Yeah, we have a hydration break on the field, and these players, are just waiting to get back in the mix. GCU meeting in the, vomitorium exit to the game, while ASU stands in the sun.
Yeah,
a bit of a home field advantage.
GCU just trying to just stay in the shade. I think at this point, you did mention the heat. They are wearing all black uniforms. So that,
yeah, those poor girls must be burning up.
So definitely a lot of heat there. So, and you're running around the field. So definitely trying to just cool down as much as possible. And you talked about waiting out Arizona State. When we look at the scores, it doesn't look like they were waiting out very often. So we'll see if that continues here. But so far, Arizona State's really controlled this really from the opening kick, to be honest. And they have been in GCU's territory a lot more than GCU has. And I think it's really
I wouldn't say that. I'd say that GCU's been more in ASU's territory, but when ASU's been in GCU, they've been able to control the situation more and been able to really make a bigger difference overall. So I think it still stands to be seen. It's still quite early in the game, and even a single try from GCU would put them well into the lead.
And so far, we've seen one mistake from GCU and Arizona State capitalize. We'll see if GCU is able to capitalize if ASU makes a mistake as we get...
No team is perfect. A mistake will happen eventually.
Yes, you are correct about that. 19:02 left as we're getting ready to resume play. It is going to be a line out here as we're coming out of the break. Trying to see exactly who's going to be leading the line out.
Yeah, so shout out to our sideline camera operator, Nick, who is braving these difficult conditions to give us good broadcast footage. So for those of you at home, send your prayers down to Nick, who is down on the sidelines.
And seeing another punt ahead by Arizona State.
And
trying to get possession.
And nearly got the ball there, but
waiting to see. Looks like there was a whistle.
Looked like there was a small headbutt from GCU to the ASU player. And yeah, it'll be a foul down to ASU.
Looks like another scrum, and Arizona State going to lead it once again. And so far, Arizona State's kind of got it down to a science. They've won all their scrums that they've led, and as a result, GCU hasn't been able to get any steals just yet in terms of scrums. We'll see if they're able to do it here. Just about a minute out of the hydration break. We're seeing Arizona State try a different strategy. They're using punting to their advantage. They took one mistake by GCU on a punt.
Well, two. It was two mistakes that gave ASU a significant amount of territory. So yeah, once could be a mistake. A second time is just a wall that can be penetrated.
And we're seeing ASU now splitting defenders,
weaving their way through. Massive gains.
That was number 15, Taylon Elise, the senior from Carson City, Nevada. Doing a great job right there, but GCU able to get possession right back. But that was a great move, splitting defenders, making multiple people miss, and had to bring. It took 3 people to bring her down. As that
but it goes out and hits the window of a nearby building. So, yeah, GCU. That's the second time that it's gone out on that side of the field. So I think ASU is starting to realize that GCU is starting to have some very noticeable flaws.
Yeah, it looks like they may have found a rhythm. We talked about that punting, right? And that's how they've been advancing the ball. I think that's given GCU a little bit of problems defensively. We talked about 24 points they averaged giving up while averaging about 47 points. So definitely a different...
Oh, a block pass there from ASU leading to a tackle.
Different kind of game than what we probably expected coming in potentially, because GCU we knew was a high-scoring offense, and so far they've been only scoring 5 points just a little halfway through this first half. As we're seeing GCU work it from right to left side of the field here. Great tackle by Arizona State about middle of the field. Seeing Arizona State have multiple defenders, and there's a great move.
Yep.
That was Ariana King.
Yeah, she made a significant advance for when it was
Here's an opportunity for Grand Canyon down the sideline and taken down.
Taken down, and it's out. Yeah, the flag goes down. Not the foul flag, but the out of bounds flag. There are no flags in rugby as opposed to football.
Looks like there's gonna be a scrum. Looks like GCU could potentially be leading this. No, it's gonna be Arizona State leading the line out. So it's a line out here for Arizona State. See if GCU can steal another one here.
Our cameraman down there braving the conditions once again.
And it is stolen off the line out. So another steal by Grand Canyon. That's twice they've done that so far. And they're able to get out of possession away from Arizona State. Trying to weave through defenders, taking on multiple Arizona State tacklers is GCU, and seeing them punt it ahead.
Yeah, very low punt.
Getting closer and closer.
Oh!
And a mistake by Arizona State. The Lopes inching closer.
And
not there yet.
Nearly there.
They are almost potentially getting ready to take the lead. Trying to push is Ixel Sanchez, one of the transfers from the City program in Washington.
And it goes through.
Gets the try.
GCU.
Gets
the try.
Sanchez, a sophomore from Southgate, California, gets the try as there's a hydration break on the field. Talking with the coach right before their first game of the spring season, talked about some players counting on to deliver big this season. One of them was a transfer from the City program in Washington with a high IQ and some big name players. Ixel Sanchez, a sophomore, the one who got the try right there for Grand Canyon, so definitely contributing.
Definitely a player with high potential and smarts to back it up. And we'll see the kick right now.
And that is Sanchez's 7th try of the season. That is second on the team. And that one is going to be just a little left. So both kicks wide. So it is 10-7 GCU over Arizona State.
And here's the replay on that one.
Again, some push from her teammates for the try. So a great job there by her teammates. I believe that was Chloe Williams was in to help get her across the line for the try to put GCU ahead. 13-10 and counting left here in the first half. 10-7. GCU leads over ASU.
Yes, sir.
We talked about the smallest margin victory was 13 points. That was just about 6 years ago, a 32-19 game. So far, we only got a 3-point game here in the early going. This time, GCU handles the kickoff with ease, as just a great drive by Grand Canyon to get a little bit closer to ASU's side of the field. We're seeing GCU go at multiple Arizona State defenders to try to get more ground covered here. But tackle is
Jersey nearly gets pulled off. No, it is pulled off there.
Able to recover. Grand Canyon didn't really go very far on that one. Working it now from the right side of the left side of the field, trying to find an opening.
And
try to split two defenders and just makes the arm tackle right there as Arizona State. GCU still with possession. Great move by Grand Canyon. Breaks the tackle, and here comes GCU.
And a good pass backwards over to number 6.
Multiple broken tackles. GCU's almost in the open space. And finally taken down. That was Ariana Topping. We just got tackled on that one, but a great job by GCU. Working their way closer and closer. Looks like GCU may have found their rhythm as we're getting closer and closer to the end of the first half against this Arizona State defense. Here comes Ariana King. Trying to find an opening out wide.
There it is.
There's the try for GCU. And the Lopes extend their lead. Back-to-back tries on back-to-back possessions for GCU. can't see the number who scored just at the current moment, but the Lopes, we get another hydration break here, just about 11 minutes to go here in the half. But GCU looks like they may have found a rhythm, Sebastian.
Number 11 was the goal scorer, Carmandy Colon.
The sophomore making the try there. And Sebastian, it looks like GCU may have found their rhythm. We talked about waiting it out. Doesn't look like they're waiting very much longer.
Oh, yeah. Seems like ASU, had a strong start, but maybe doesn't have the endurance to make it through the whole game. But who knows? Score is only 7-15 at the moment, and could be higher if this goal here is made, though it is at a quite large distance away.
Yeah, and GCU's already missed 2 today. Arizona State 1 for 1.
And it is good.
It is good. So 17-7, GCU leads over Arizona State. And for the Lopes, that is 12 straight points here in the last 2 minutes of action. For the Lopes, we talked about high-scoring offense, 91 points in the last game. Looked like they got out of the gate slow, but they figured out this Arizona State defense. And we talked about the conditions of the heat, right? How is that going to play a factor? Obviously, could be playing a factor right now. We're not too quite sure, but GCU's found their rhythm.
Yeah, GCU has certainly found their rhythm, 17-7, with a 10-point lead. So, yes, GCU has certainly found their rhythm, and they're going to have to try to make that back somehow coming into this.
Well, ASU going to be kicking it right back to GCU. Got 9.5 left here in the first half. You're on a very warm day in Arizona.
It goes right through her hand.
And that one goes out. Looks like it's going to be a line out here. Waiting to see the official call. Yes, it is going to be a line out. And ASU is going to be leading the line out here. So GCU, another mistake on
their
punts,
part, yeah.
on kickoffs and punts have been really the weak point so far in this game for GCU.
Oh, yes. That's great.
But what's benefited GCU is not only scoring a lot, but their defense has been really good, just giving up just 24 points per game. As there's
goes right through.
Got tipped off what could have been another potential steal for GCU, and ASU with possession trying to close that gap after giving up 10 straight points. Double team tackle right there by Grand Canyon.
And ASU tries to break through once again.
Legs are still turning. Great drive for Arizona State on that one right there.
Passing it right back.
Seeing GCU, though, doing a great job just swarming. They steal it right there.
But it stopped. Must have been a foul there. It's a bit shocking to see how few rugby helmets are in use. Only one player, number 4 from Arizona State, is at all using a rugby helmet. So it's interesting that no one out there is really using helmets, especially considering their safety benefits. There was a time that a lot of soccer goalkeepers would be using rugby helmets just for the safety benefits and the fact that they're relatively light. Rugby in general is much more safe than American football just because of a less likelihood for impacts over a game. And also, most of your impacts aren't exactly, your head hitting too hard.
Just about 7 minutes left here. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a penalty kick here.
And it goes through.
And it's good, so that's 3 points for Arizona State. So they get back on the board after giving up 10 straight. And the lead has been cut to 7 for GCU. And Arizona State going to get the ball right back here to potentially tie this one up. So we're gets closer and closer to halftime.
Yes. Today, before the game started, I did the job of a field correspondent, and I went down and helped set up the right side ASU field goal post. And it was certainly an eye-opening experience. I helped GCU's girls carry it over from its storage unit, and it was very heavy. It was quite a heavy piece of equipment there, and I held it around the middle of it, and it's carried, kind of laying flat. It was quite the heavy piece of equipment there.
As GCU able to get that off the kickoff there, Arizona State just let it bounce, and GCU not hesitating at all, and here they come. Legs still going. Great drive right there by King, Ariana King that is. She's had a couple really good drives to get a couple of, and a takeaway by Arizona State.
Ooh.
Almost like
yeah, it took a few seconds for the GCU player to even realize that the ball was gone.
Yeah, ASU stripped it away there, and they'll punt this one back. This has been a problem for GCU here in the early going.
It continues to be one.
And it is off the hands, and Arizona State advances because of it. That has been a real big topic here in the first half. Arizona State looks like that's going to be the strategy potentially going forward.
Considering the shape of the ball, it is quite unpredictable. It's not exactly like an American football. It's more of it's a bit larger and more oval shaped. So, and it doesn't have the characteristic, white grips. It's, largely a gripless ball. So it doesn't exactly have the predictability of an American football.
Well, it looks like there was a whistle. It was on against GCU.
And yeah, it seems like a bit of a break here for the teams to sit and discuss. So as I was saying about the posts, the small little rubber-looking guards, those are actually attached after they are already put in the ground. So it's quite it's an interesting way that you have to put them in, since the posts are already in the ground where the soccer goals would go. You need to kind of maneuver them in there by lifting it and then kind of putting the poles that are already in the ground into the goals themselves. So yeah, it's a very interesting process, definitely quite eye-opening, and the lovely GCU girls were very helpful in teaching me how to do that. So very eye-opening experience.
Hey, you learn something new every day.
Truly.
As there's another scrum right here, Arizona State leading it once again. They've done a great job winning these scrums, and they've done exactly that. As Arizona State going to try to close the gap. They got 3 points back.
Oh, and a catch that GCU does not recover. They should.
And looks like they're calling a forward pass. So
I don't know about that. It looked pretty onside to me.
Well, it may have been, but when the ball bounced, and that they could have been considering that.
Yeah,
either offside or a forward pass. So not really sure.
I need to see a replay of that one in order to have a fair assessment of it.
We're going to have another scrum here. GCU going to be leading it this time. So far, no one's been able to really steal possession in the scrums, but lineouts have definitely been.
Yeah, near the center of the field there.
And GCU able to get possession. You mentioned GCU trying to find a rhythm. Great job right there by Ariana Topping, but out of bounds. Then it's going to be a line out here.
An interesting feature I'm just now noticing about the goalposts is that they don't have the little flags that American football has for determining wind speed and direction.
Well, right now it doesn't look like there's a lot of wind going on today.
Yeah, but just in general, I know that American football ones have little flags at the top to help the kicker determine the wind speed. So
off the line out, and it's stolen. It's stolen away again by GCU. So GCU has had 3.
Offside. Facing hecklers from the crowd there. We condone that, but
so that it's gonna be a scrum. ASU is gonna lead it, but that's the 3rd time they've been offsides. It would have been another steal.
With that,
seems like every time they steal it, it's offsides by GCU.
Yeah, this has been a heavily dominant game for ASU's scrums.
Yep, and it seems like whoever leads the scrum is the one who ends up winning it today. That has so far been really
Arizona State. Yeah, Caitlin Poole, GCU's designated scrum leader, standing by the side there, number 9. And ASU takes possession of the ball.
That was a really good push, though, by GCU to try to take advantage.
A punt.
Another punt.
See what happens here for ASU. It's been
we mentioned the problems that's been having, but they're able to pick it up no problem this time and immediately tackled.
Heavy cost of possession, at the heavy cost of a territory advantage. ASU was able to get a lot of ground from that kick.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about. Is Arizona State looks like that might be a strategy they're going to, because we mentioned so far throughout the first half that's been a real problem for GCU, is fielding those punts, and That's a really good strategic way to advance the ball. Is GCU going to punt this one? Wow, great bounce, but it ends up ultimately going out of bounds. Looked like they were able just to keep it in a little bit longer.
Oh, yes.
But it's going to be a line out here led by Arizona State. Still just about a minute 20 left here in the first half. 17-10 GCU leading over Arizona State. Here in Phoenix, Arizona, on the campus of Grand Canyon University. It is a very warm day here in Arizona. High temps expected to reach 105 degrees today. So far in the upper 80s, lower 90s.
Yeah, it'll be a nice and toasty day here in Phoenix.
It is 93 degrees now.
With a load of humidity. Currently, right now, there is 12% humidity, and I'd imagine it's even more on the still damp field.
I would agree with that assessment. We were down at the field pregame, and it was a little bit warmer than it is up here in the booth. That is for sure. You are feeling a little bit different, and of course, that's in the direct sunlight.
Yeah, a good time to remind the viewers at home that our sideline camera operator down there battling the brave conditions wearing black clothing, he is certainly braving the difficult conditions down there. So
he definitely is. Shout out to Nick down there.
Our thoughts and prayers to Nick, our sideline camera operator.
And Nick doing a great job showing you his angle right here.
There he is. Be applauding at home for Nick.
And a great tackle there by GCU. ASU trying to answer right before the half.
Oh!
Ball's on the ground. Another
pass there.
Clock expires. This will most likely be it before the half. Great tackle by GCU.
Quick conversion.
Seeing if Arizona State can get one here right before the half. Tries a split defender. Legs are still driving. Great job there by Jaden Jorgensen, the senior. Is Arizona State?
Yeah, relentless advance, even though time is out,
Trying to get a try. And they'll kick it ahead.
Kick it ahead to see if
here's an opportunity.
And it could be, and it is.
Who has it? I'm not sure.
Not good for Arizona State.
We're going to take a quick replay here of that last play.
What just happened, yep.
It is a foot race to it.
And
looks like GCU did a great job.
Yeah, GCU got it. So, yes, it is not ASU's point.
CR2, the freshman, doing a great job on that one. But
over from Seattle, Franklin High School.
Naomi Steitzel doing I can't blame it. That was a great chance right there to potentially put points on the board. It looks like that has been the strategy for Arizona State.
Oh, absolutely.
As they'll kick it out. And that is going to be halftime. 17-10. GCU leads over ASU. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for the start of the second half.
Nicholas Hill, one of your newest correspondents with the Varsity Sports Show this season. I'll be covering and producing local sports stories across the valley, focusing on high school and college athletics. I'm a junior at Arizona State University, studying sports journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm excited to share the latest games, highlights, and stories from your community. Be sure to join me this spring on the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello there, my name is Marla Mundo, and I'm excited to come back to the Varsity Sports Show this semester. I am a junior at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, majoring in journalism.
I'm surprised it's not Sunday because it's been church all day long.
I want to work in sports media, and varsity allows me to get my foot into the doorstep. I have reported on all things Vegas sports, and I can't wait to bring you more sporting news from Vegas.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Andres Salazar, and I'm excited to be joining Varsity Sports Show here. I'm a communication studies major at UNLV with a strong passion for storytelling and sports media, mainly for MMA, wrestling, and other combat sports alike. Aside from that, I'm also an athlete, training in MMA, long distance running, cycling, and arm wrestling, which gives me a good understanding of a competitor's perspective. So I'm excited, motivated, and ready to contribute however I can. Let's all have a successful day. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kyle Westlick, and I'm stoked to join the Varsity Sports Show team as an intern and bring you all the latest sports action and analysis from the greater Phoenix area. I am a senior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at Arizona State University, and I spent this past semester as a part of the social media production team at Cronkite News. Join me in the Varsity Sports Show this semester as we dive into the world of sports.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hi, my name is Amaya Lucero. I'm 20 years old and I'm a junior at UNLV. A few fun facts about me is that I love to travel. One of my favorite places to travel to is Disneyland. I love all things Disney. Another fun fact about me is that I was my high school dance team captain. I can't wait to be with Varsity Sports as an intern this semester.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AAPAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
Hello everyone, my name is Ansley Pavicek and I'm a returning member of the Varsity Sports Show. I currently attend UNLV and go to the Greenspun College of Urban Affairs, which currently house our Journalism and Media Studies program. As a sports fan, I know how much sports mean to people, and the fact that not only do I get to talk about it as an internship, but eventually hopefully to do a career with it is truly incredible.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Hello, I'm Ethan Kinney and I'm a junior at ASU and I'm interning in this spring for the Varsity Sports Show. I've played sports a lot of my life, basketball, soccer, baseball, so it's interesting going from playing sports to becoming the one that's telling the stories about the sports, and it's something that I take a lot of pride in. In the past, I've done a lot of writing pieces and a little bit of camera work, but I don't have as much experience when it comes to being behind the camera and directing. I'm really looking forward to building my skills through this internship and helping me build a career in sports media.
I'm Nicholas Hill, one of your newest correspondents with the Varsity Sports Show this season. I'll be covering and producing local sports stories across the Valley, focusing on high school and college athletics. I'm a junior at Arizona State University studying sports journalism at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication. I'm excited to share the latest games, highlights, and stories from your community. Be sure to join me this spring on the Varsity Sports Show.
Hello there, my name is Marla Mundo, and I'm excited to come back to the Varsity Sports Show this semester. I am a junior at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, majoring in journalism.
I'm surprised it's not Sunday because it's been church all day long.
I want to work in sports media, and Varsity allows me to get my foot into the doorstep. I have reported on all things Vegas sports, and I can't wait to bring you more sporting news from Vegas.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Andres Salazar, and I'm excited to be joining Varsity Sports Show here. I'm a communication studies major at UNLV with a strong passion for storytelling and sports media, mainly for MMA, wrestling, and other combat sports alike. Aside from that, I'm also an athlete, training in MMA, long distance running, cycling, and arm wrestling, which gives me a good understanding of a competitor's perspective. So I'm excited, motivated, and ready to contribute however I can. Let's all have a successful day. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kyle Westlick, and I'm stoked to join the Varsity Sports Show team as an intern and bring you all the latest sports action and analysis from the greater Phoenix area. I am a senior at the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at Arizona State University, and I spent this past semester as a part of the social media production team at Cronkite News. Join me in the Varsity Sports Show this semester as we dive into the world of sports.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hi, my name is Amaya Lucero. I'm 20 years old and I'm a junior at UNLV. A few fun facts about me is that I love to travel. One of my favorite places to travel to is Disneyland. I love all things Disney. Another fun fact about me is that I was my high school dance team captain. I can't wait to be with Varsity Sports as an intern this semester.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AA-PAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
Hello everyone, my name is Ansley Pavicek and I'm a returning member of the Varsity Sports Show. I currently attend UNLV and go to the Greenspun College of Urban Affairs, which currently house our Journalism and Media Studies program. As a sports fan, I know how much sports mean to people, and the fact that not only do I get to talk about it as an internship, but eventually hopefully to do a career with it is truly incredible.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Hello, I'm Ethan Kinney and I'm a junior at ASU and I'm interning in this spring for the Varsity Sports Show. I've played sports a lot of my life, basketball, soccer, baseball, so it's interesting going from playing sports to becoming the one that's telling the stories about the sports.
I'm Janice Reyes here with the Varsity Sports Show. Today I am here at the GCU soccer field for a rugby game. GCU versus ASU. GCU is currently up 17 with ASU being down to 10. We are back from the second half and we'll get the game going.
And we are back here at GCU for the second half. 17-10 Grand Canyon leads over Arizona State. I'm Seth Martin alongside Sebastian Mata here for GCU Women's Club Rugby regular season finale here on Senior Day. Grand Canyon leading, looking to keep the undefeated streak in the series. They've won all 10 meetings so far, looking to make it 11. Arizona State looking for their first victory in the series. But so far, it looks like Arizona State had the momentum, Sebastian, as we got close to that end of the first half.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Something I hadn't thought about earlier is how the sun could play the location of the sun could have an impact on a player. You see GCU, formerly now ASU, was playing towards the sun, because the field is oriented north-south. So one side will always be facing towards the sun, and that side is currently ASU. They're currently looking at the sun while trying to advance to the GCU. So I'm wondering if that has anything to do with why GCU is so bad at getting punts, because they have to look up at the ball, which is in the way of the sun.
That actually is a good point. We'll see if it affects ASU in this half, because we saw a couple mistakes by GCU, luckily still up by 7, as it looked like they found a rhythm until Arizona State answered with 3 points right back.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I'll have to ask Coach after the game. Of course, that is if they win. Otherwise, they might not be so willing to talk to me.
Good point. But hey, it's still a really good game, really close, competitive game. This kind of has the feeling like it was one of those smaller margin victories if GCU or ASU were to win.
Yeah.
It's because this is not like how we've seen, because GCU averages normally 41.5 points per game in this series coming in. So we're seeing, we talked about the scores in the beginning, and you're looking at the score now. It's been a really good competitive game. Seems like ASU's strategy has kind of worked out for them.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really kept them in this game. That's what you got to do if you're Arizona State, trying to win your first game in the series. And the series has been really dominated on one side. As Arizona State looks like they're trying to answer back quickly here as we start the second half.
Yeah, it seems like Arizona State on the sideline. Back to center, but they're trying to truck it through. Arizona State.
Yeah, we're seeing the Sun Devils look like they're finding a rhythm here. Trying to go through multiple defenders. Unable to. Gets tackled immediately. And Arizona State working along that sideline. Oh, great handoff. Yeah, that was a great job by Arizona State right there. Just keeps getting closer and closer.
The stop on, an injury.
Yeah, an injury for Arizona State. That is not good. Hopefully she'll be okay. Substitution is being made.
Substitution for number 24 for Arizona State. Entering the game, yep. We have a new player entering the field in substitution of an injured player, number 15, Talon Ailes, was substituted off the field.
So it looks like we're going to have a
Miss Ailes is a senior, substituted out on her last game. It's quite unfortunate. Our thoughts are with her.
Well, next up for some of these teams, it's going to be regionals. The regionals are up next, so if Arizona State, we'll see if they make. I'm not sure if they have qualified yet or if they win this game, then they do. But we talked about GCU in the postseason. Regionals are next. We'll see if she's able to come back in this game. If not, hopefully, if they make it regionals and further on, she'll be able to come back for them.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, if they make it to regionals, she'll be able to come.
So we're having a scrum right here, led by Arizona State. They are inching closer, just a little bit past 3.5 minutes in this second half. 17-10, GCU still leads over Arizona State as ASU gets it right out of the scrum, working it right to left on the side of the field. And here comes, tries to split defenders ahead, and it's going to be good. Is it good for a try? It doesn't look like it. No, it is not. I believe that may have been either offsides or a forward pass. It is a forward pass.
Yeah.
There by Arizona State. So luckily for GCU, they catch a lucky break on that one.
Oh, most definitely.
Because that would have for sure potentially put them almost in a tie game situation here early, and with all the momentum riding on ASU's side.
Mm-hmm.
So scrum's going to be led by GCU here. Caitlin Poole leading the scrum here for GCU. Gets it right out of the scrum, and GCU will punt this away. It goes out, so it's going to be a line out.
Yep, another line out.
Didn't go very far, though.
No, it didn't go too far out. Not like some of the other kick out into ways that we've seen that have hit the windows of the building number 18. That is right next to the stadium.
Well, the buildings are very close to the stadium, so...
Yeah, it seems like a pretty big design flaw for all of these buildings with lots of glass to be facing the soccer field.
Well, it's a great viewing if you are in the building, great view of the stadium.
Yeah,
right?
It seems like a good way to be able to avoid paying a ticket fee. Especially since I can see on building number 18 a good amount of chairs just facing the stadium.
As we see Arizona State right back in play, finding a rhythm here. They're just inching closer, trying to tie this one up. After giving up 10 in a row, they scored 3 quickly. They've gotten close a couple times, but GCU has stood their ground. They are one of the really good defenses that in this sport came into this game, giving up just 24 points per game. They've given up 167 points over 7 total games.
How many points?
A grand total, 167.
67.
And 60 of those were in one game. So if you look at it, it's like 107 over just 7. Other than that one, so like over 6, they've given up 107 points. So and at home,
if you add 60 to 107, you get 167, which is grand total.
Yeah, they give up just 20 points per game on the road, giving up 60 over 3 games. They give up just under 27 points per game at home.
Yeah, so they're definitely one of the better teams out there
on defense for sure, and that's what I think when you look at the punting is here's a penalty kick right here for Arizona State. If they make it, it'll be 3 more points. They'd cut into the deficit. If they score on this, it would be back-to-back successful ones for Arizona State, as it is good.
It is good.
So 17-13. So Arizona State down by 4 to GCU. They're closing the gap. And I think if you're GCU, the strategy when you punted right there, even though it didn't go far, is you believed in your defense, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So we'll see if that continues as we get closer and closer. As we got about 33 minutes left to go here in the second half.
The score 13-17. If you add 150 to 17, you will get 167, which is the total amount of points that they were able to score in these last games.
Yeah,
so it seems like the number 67 is just ubiquitous around this rugby game.
I mean, if you would say, would you say GCU is a little, I don't know if I would say fatigued, but they scored 91 points in their last game.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't say that they're fatigued. I'd say that they're getting out there, having some substitutions there. I recognize one senior currently coming off, number 25. Number 25 coming off, a senior that was on the senior lineup, so she's coming off for her last time potentially, unless they are going to regional. But it is quite impactful for any senior to play their last game or play their last regular season game, because this sport has most certainly been part of their life for the last 4 years. So for a senior like that to leave like that is just an impactful moment for them.
So another turnover by Grand Canyon. The ASU gets possession right back. But we mentioned it. Would you say it could be a strategy of your GCU rely on your defense? Because we talked about 91 points they scored offensively the last game, only 17 today. They averaged 41.5 per game in this series, and so far they haven't really looked like
I'd
they
say
haven't
it's
found
just
their
an
offense.
evolution of ASU also just getting better over time, right? We were talking earlier about how the lowest margin of victory was 13 points as opposed to their highest, So I'd say that, ASU is just becoming a better team. It's a fluctuating thing, just like any other sports team.
We'll see if Arizona State is able to pull out their first victory of the series today.
Yeah, seems like it's GCU's scrum here. GCU's number 9, Caitlin Poole, as the scrum leader, who will toss in the ball.
Just past the 9-minute mark into the second half. ASU riding the momentum right now. So have the only points of the second half. GCU
trying to expand
with possession.
Their lead.
Doing a great job carrying 2 defenders. And GCU trying to answer back. Down the sideline.
Oh, seems like a pause there.
Looks like a potential high contact against Arizona State.
Time continues ticking, 17-13. GCU in the lead right now, but the Devils are not far off from that. Yellow card.
Yeah, so it's going to be 10, I believe.
Probably the nicest yellow card exchange I've ever seen, with the players shaking hands. I'm used to, soccer yellow cards, which are not generally so polite. Yeah, wow, I haven't seen that kind of camaraderie for a yellow card in my life.
So a yellow card in college club rugby is a 10-minute temporary suspension for the player.
Oh yeah, I just saw her walk off.
So one of the few. So now they are lower than their fewer players. So that's a huge that's a huge card right now, late, especially until 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so she won't be able to come back until like 19 minutes, and Arizona State has to play a player.
March off, so yeah, it was definitely a suspension.
Now Arizona State has to play a player down for those entire 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So that is huge as GCU getting ready to a penalty kick here.
Yep, seeking to expand their 167-point lead to something higher than 167. 167 point per season total points.
That kick is
and
going.
It is good, quite low, but it gives them an extra few points, so their total is no longer 167 points, but 170 for the season.
So now GCU's at 349 points
this season.
Yeah, and that's over 8 games, so that's a really good margin. That's a really good average per game for GCU. Just about 28 minutes exactly here remaining, and GCU.
Yeah, this is
up 7.
quite below the average of points per game, though. Unless they manage to pull some miracles in this coming half, it seems like they won't do their average of 47 points per game.
GCU, though, their defense, they've relied on their defense in this one, and so far they've shown that they can win those kind of close games. And we mentioned that in the 7-on-7 tournament they had in San Diego prior to the spring season starting, they beat ASU 10-8. So we're kind of seeing a defensive game here as well, because normally when you're playing 7-on-7, you have higher scoring. So far that has not been the case here today, but GCU trying to take advantage here of playing with one player up against Arizona State and try to pull away late, about midway through, just a little over midway through. Oh, sorry, a little bit
through.
Little more than halfway to play in this one still. But so far, GCU has controlled this game from the scoreboard. They were down early. There's a strip.
And they got the ball
and they stripped
right out of her hands.
Stripped it away, and that's exactly what GCU wanted to do. They get possession again. Still playing about another 7 minutes with one player advantage over ASU, so they're trying to make it count.
And it seems like a halt on play there.
So it's going to be a scrum.
With 26 minutes remaining on the clock and then some. Yeah, this is looking to be a good game. Substitutions in line for GCU. 2 players walk off today.
So far, GCU, though, has matched ASU here in the second half. They each have gotten 1 penalty goal for 3 points. So matching them is what you want to do if you're GCU, and rely on your defense. It is one of the best. As we mentioned, just giving up just 24 points per game. So far,
certainly.
And have only given up 13 today. Which 13 against Arizona State right now would be the 4th lowest in this series.
Yeah.
So definitely really good if you're GCU. The most points they've given up to the Sun Devils in this series was 24 points back on April 21st in the 2017-2018 season at Provo, Utah in the USA Rugby D1 Elite Nationals.
Yeah.
So that was a long time ago it seems at this point.
Basically not even a, it's basically just a historical fact.
That was a great scrum, and it's stolen away by GCU.
Oh, but they don't catch it in time. They managed to recover from that.
So forward pass, what they're calling on that one.
Forward pass, yeah, I could see it.
Got a little bit of a wind coming in.
Yeah, we're starting to get a bit of westbound wind, northwestbound wind, but not a substantial amount, especially not at this ground level.
But at least the players will get a little reprieve in the heat.
Players get some kind of relief, because they are burning up out there.
So another scrum here, led by ASU. See if GCU can get steal another one here. That's the really first steal of the scrums that we've seen today.
Oh, but it's another halt and it goes towards Arizona State. Oh, Grand Canyon.
Yeah, going against GCU there, but it looks like they're going to redo it again. No, wait. And it didn't go against GCU, went against, I believe, ASU, because GCU now is leading the scrum. So Caitlin Poole leading the scrum here for GCU. GCU wins that one, wins that scrum, gets possession.
Oh, and a good low pass there, but
kicks it ahead, and they
but
blocked
a good block of the punt.
Great job by GCU.
And ASU seeks to GCU seeks to rob the ball again, but unsuccessful in that endeavor.
They are. It seems like they're doing a great job just swarming Arizona State right now, and with the lead, that plays their advantage.
And a high up and away punt. And it goes right through the GCU catcher's arms.
Well, it doesn't look like sun is the problem. I will say that. We did mention.
Yeah,
sun
we did mention sun being
that.
a problem. Yeah, it just seems like GCU's catching game may not be sufficient today, and ASU just kind of spamming the punts.
Well, it looks like that's the strategy they're going for. They just saw it again that they dropped another one, so they'll try to do it again, see if they can get lucky twice.
Yeah, just kind of getting on to desperate measures here, just able to make up this 7-point deficit. They are one try and goal away from scoring, so victory or at least a tie is certainly possible in their scenario.
GCU, though, trying to take advantage. They still have 3 minutes with a player advantage over Arizona State, so want to take advantage as much as possible. Great job there by GCU, not wanting to go down easy. That was Anika Long doing a great job, got to midfield. Legs still turning, breaking some tackles, and finally tackled.
So if this game were to tie and go into overtime, there would be a 5-minute break after this half, and then there would be 2 10-minute halves of extra time in order to allow a victory. Now, I'm not
sure. Here comes GCU, breaks one tackle, almost in the clear. And finally made the tackle. But great tackle there by number 11, D. That was D Hazard with the tackle, the sophomore back from Greenwood, Indiana.
And she returns, number 16, back from her yellow card, number 19, sorry. She returns from her yellow card sentence.
And a hydration break taking place.
And we're going to break to commercial break. We will be back presently.
Communication at Arizona State University, and I spent this past semester as a part of the social media production team at Cronkite News. Join me in the Varsity Sports Show this semester as we dive into the world of sports.
Hey guys, Vince here to talk about Angel Dentistry. It's where my wife and I have gone for over 10 years, and we trust them with our routine and extensive dental care because they care. Dr. Amber Angel is an Arizona native, born in the town of Miami, and has been practicing in the Valley over 20 years. For general to comprehensive dental services, call 602-788-2008. Located off of Cave Creek Road just north of the 101 in North Phoenix. Angel Dentistry, proud supporters of our young people and proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hi, my name is Amaya Lucero. I'm 20 years old and I'm a junior at UNLV. A few fun facts about me is that I love to travel. One of my favorite places to travel to is Disneyland. I love all things Disney. Another fun fact about me is that I was my high school dance team captain. I can't wait to be with Varsity Sports as an intern this semester.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AAPAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
Hello everyone, my name is Ansley Pavicek and I'm a returning member of the Varsity Sports Show. I currently attend UNLV and go to the Greenspan College of Urban Affairs, which currently house our Journalism and Media Studies program. As a sports fan, I know how much sports mean to people, and the fact that not only do I get to talk about it as an internship, but eventually hopefully to do a career with it is truly incredible.
The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe, with an experience so good it remains indescribable, with something for every seafood lover. Try one of their amazing custom seafood boils, sandwiches, appetizers, and salads. Angry Crab Shack Tempe is located east of I-10 on Warner Road, 480-674-3847. The Angry Crab Shack in Tempe. Come ready to eat.
Hello, I'm Ethan Kinney and I'm a junior at ASU and I'm interning in this spring for the Varsity Sports Show. I've played sports a lot of my life, basketball, soccer, baseball, so it's interesting going from playing sports to becoming the one that's telling the stories about the sports, and it's something that I take a lot of pride in.
And we return to you coming here from Phoenix, Arizona, broadcasting at a blistering 20,000 kilobits per second here. So we are giving you HD quality here at GCU's soccer stadium, courtesy of our technical director. We return for GCU versus ASU Rugby here, and return for the kickoff.
So there was an injury timeout there, also a hydration break. GCU almost had a chance to score there, but it looks like Arizona State kicking this one to GCU.
Oh, that was a loud bump down.
Little over 20 minutes to go. Great tackle right there in the open space, one-on-one by Arizona State. Haven't seen many of those. There's been more 2 and 3 tacklers. GCU up by 7. And here comes Grand Canyon.
There it is. Oh, she tries to pass it back, but there is just nobody there.
But it keeps going. Legs are still turning. That was a great job.
Trucking it through.
Great job there by Lately Time.
Good weave.
Another transfer from the city program, a sophomore.
Yeah, Lucia.
There she goes again. Just going right into Arizona State's defense. Just not taking it at all. Just going to try to go right through them to try to get a try. Is one of the top.
Yeah, there goes GCU trucking it through. They recover that ball that had fallen.
Time was looking for her 4th try on the season. But she is one of the transfers from the city program in Washington, along with Ixel Sanchez and Mariah Tutasi.
Yep.
That were talked about as some big contributors, some players with high IQs.
And yeah, they're big players. I wish we had been provided with some IQ statistics there, but unfortunately we just have the coach's word for high IQ. And yeah, clearly they're good rugby players as well, definitely making the difference on the field.
Sanchez does have a try today, so contributing on the field. Seeing Chloe Williams have a couple of nice carries with the here in this one, able to bring multiple defenders with her, break some tackles. So a lot of good action for GCU. Is just about 18.5 minutes left. GCU up 7. We're gonna have another scrum here led by Arizona State. We've seen the Sun Devils win a lot of scrums today, but GCU is actually taking advantage. They've been the only team to steal off the scrum today.
Oh yes, most definitely. Our sideline operator, we checked in with him, and he is doing well.
As GCU steals another scrum. There's another one.
There it is.
And there's the try. That's exactly what GCU needed to do. They get exactly that, scored by number 18.
Lucia Pogue, the junior forward, 5'11", from Bloomington, Illinois.
With the try, we're going to send it down for a quick. Actually, we're going to.
In a few seconds, we will be sending it down to our sideline correspondent, who is going to give us the sideline update.
As
in a few seconds.
Kicked off here, GCU is going to be with it. So far, oh no, they're gonna say it wasn't good.
Oh yeah, no, there was no
score.
Points, no scores.
So
we will not be sending you to our
there was time, good,
but there might be.
And here comes GCU.
Oh, and
will it be in?
Not good because of a forward pass there.
Oh man, GCU with it.
Heartbreaking. And we have a substitution, number 18, coming on for Arizona State. So as I was stating, our sideline operator is doing well battling the braving conditions. Unfortunately, he did not have any water, so he had to go fill up some in halftime. So he is braving these difficult conditions. We salute you down there.
He was doing good down there, staying in the shade, bringing us some good shots on
killer sideline coverage. There you go.
So you're seeing it right now on your screen at home, or wherever you may be watching.
Wherever you may be watching, yes. Cheers to the sideline camera operators.
So it's gonna be another scrum right here. ASU leads it, and Arizona State keeps it. A great tackle by GCU.
And the punt for Arizona State, up and away. GCU nearly fumbles it.
Fields that one.
They try to get their advance going.
That's exactly what you wanted for GCU. Just don't let it become a consistent thing, and so far they've done exactly that. It's happened a couple times, but nothing major since the first half, and if you're a GCU, that's a good thing, because ASU was looking like that was going to be the strategy all game long.
Oh yeah, 15 minutes and 30 seconds remain in this game. GCU 20, ASU 13.
Here comes time.
Try away though.
Time with a great job over one defender, and here at GCU just looking like they're trying to answer. It looks like they found the rhythm offensively. They've gotten there a couple times, but have had it called back. We're seeing Williams right now get taken down with just 15 minutes left to go here with a 7-point lead. Ball is on the ground for a fumble there, but there was a whistle, so GCU lucky right there because you don't want any more fumbles, especially only up 7. The ASU has been able to take advantage of some of the mistakes by GCU today, but for the most part, GCU has kept them at bay.
Oh yes, most certainly. GCU is keeping it at bay there, and you know, this has been a very GCU-dominated quarter. GCU has just been in the clear lead this entire quarter, or half, sorry. So,
Here's gonna be another scrum. It's gonna be led by GCU. GCU trying to improve to 6-2 on the season after an undefeated regular season last year. They were 8-4 in 23-24 season.
And they move forward.
And the regular season 7-0, so that's exactly what you want. They were 7-0. And they're right now tied for second in the PDRC. They were first in 2024-2025.
Oh yeah.
They were undefeated in conference play. So if you're GCU, close it out on a high note going into regionals is exactly how you want it.
Oh yeah.
Especially for these seniors if you're Grand Canyon. As they keep possession, they're inching closer on the left sideline. But ASU doing a great job defensively, not letting GCU get any kind of momentum going, making quick tackles. Here comes Tutasi. And here comes Grand Canyon just inching closer. ASU trying to strip it away, unable to.
And the truck.
And there's the try. That is by number 5, Katrina Clark, the junior forward out of Madison, Wisconsin. Gets it done. And GCU extends their lead.
And in a few seconds, we will be going down.
I'm Janice Reyes with the Varsity Sports Show here at GCU women's rugby game against ASU. GCU just tried and succeeded. The now score is 25-13 with ASU being down. ASU started the game with an early lead, but quickly started to fall down. So sending it back up there.
And we are back. As it looks like there's a timeout on the field. Hydration break going on with just about 12 minutes left to go. GCU up 12 as it is up and good. So 27-13, GCU leads over Arizona State as GCU looks to stay undefeated in this series and go to 11-0 all time and cap off the regular season finale with a win on senior day as they head to regionals in Palo Alto, California.
We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
APAC is your one-stop source for all your automotive and heavy-duty air conditioning parts, supplies, and equipment. They're family-owned and have been the Valley's go-to for all your auto AC needs since 1982. Whether it's for your everyday or vintage car, commercial, or off-road vehicle or equipment, APAC has you covered. Call APAC, AA-PAK, the AC experts at 602-254-1116 and ask for the Varsity Special to get 10% off your purchase.
Hello everyone, my name is Ansley Pavicek and I'm a returning member of the Varsity Sports Show. I currently attend UNLV and go to the Greenspun College of Urban Affairs, which currently house our Journalism and Media Studies program.
And we are back here at GCU as we got the last 10 minutes and 45 seconds to go. GCU with possession here, up 14 after getting the last try. So if you're GCU, trying to close this out, the senior day regular season finale on a high note, going into regionals. Breaks a couple tackles, makes another one miss. That was a great move right there by Kalea Miller, the freshman. Talked about at the beginning, talked with the GCU head coach, talked about some players she's counting on to deliver big this season. Kalea Miller on that list, along with Chloe Williams and Angel Lucero. And so far we're seeing Miller doing a great job right there, splitting some defenders, making some people miss. As here comes time. Is tackled immediately. GCU hit the last 10 minutes to go here.
Oh, nasty tackle there, but she's able to stay on her feet.
Great pass right there by GCU.
Yeah.
They say out of bounds, so it's going to be a line out here.
Yep, seems like a over 13-point lead here, 14-point lead here for GCU over Arizona State. So this is right about close to the smallest margin of victory that they've ever had. So ASU started off strong, but seems like this may just be another game in the series.
And GCU, we talked about in the beginning, but in case you missed it, GCU is returning 11 players from their undefeated 2024 regular season team.
Yeah.
That is huge for GCU. They had to retool a little bit for this season, but so far they've done a great job. They've only lost 2 games all season, with their one loss coming recently to BYU just over a month ago, but answered that big loss up with a big win, beating San Diego State 91-14 here at GCU. So they're undefeated in conference play. It looks like GCU had trouble
ASU
catching
clears
that
the
one.
half-point line for the first time in a while.
So that another mistake by GCU in the punting game. But for GCU, though, that's a really good effort to come follow up a big loss with a big win. And if you're able to close out with just 2 losses, that's a huge accomplishment for GCU coming off an undefeated regular season last year.
Almost definite.
But we talked about this is a team with a lot of success and gets to the postseason very often. A little disappointing last year, but however, this year looks really good for GCU as they headed into regionals here in the upcoming weeks. Got 8 minutes left to go here, and there's going to be another scrum led by GCU.
Led by GCU.
Obviously, the Heat, we know, don't know how much of a factor to play in the conditions. Maybe we can figure that out in the post game.
Yes, we did tell our field correspondent to ask players about how the conditions might have impacted today's play. You know, cooler conditions maybe would have changed the outcome of the game. You never know.
Never know exactly, but so far GCU didn't look like they let the heat affect them too much because they're up 14 right now, under just about 7:20 to play. So it's exactly, if you're GCU, they've executed here in the second half more than ASU has, and as a result, they got a 14-point lead.
Oh, yeah.
But then again, this also goes back to the defense we talked about for GCU, giving up just 24 points per game on average, and they've only given up 13 today, only 3 points in the second half. So
yeah, no, definitely.
Looks like
very good.
Looks like GCU really found a rhythm late and has just kind of rode that momentum all the way through. Should give me another scrum here. This time it's led by Arizona State.
Courtesy of our sideline cameraman.
So far, Arizona State has done a great job winning a lot of these scrums. GCU, though, has stolen a couple, though. We'll see if they're able to get another one here on this scrum. We hit 6:15 left to go. ASU able to get possession there. We'll keep possession, I should say. All the way to the far sideline, but it looks like maybe a forward pass for offsides. And it looks like we'll do another scrum here. This time GCU is going to lead it.
Nick got the happiest report of the day that he is allowed to go on tripod for the rest of the game. So certainly celebrating that one.
Nick's done a great job today, giving us a lot of really good shots from the sideline, battling the conditions down there, doing a great job.
Yep.
Able to go down and get himself into some shade and still keep giving us some really good shots as the rest of this game.
Yeah, so he has been a great operator this game.
GCU with possession here, doing a great job going down the sideline, but goes out, so it's going to be a line out. But a lot of time getting taken off the clock between these scrums and lineouts, so time less and less for Arizona State as we are under 5 minutes left to go in this one. GCU up 14, trying to close out the regular season on a 2-game winning streak in 4 of their last 5, going into regionals in Palo Alto, California.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun for these teams to go to. 4 minutes and 35 seconds remain in the game. 27-13, and the odds decrease by the second. But certain factors can work in one team or another's favor.
Looks like we're gonna have a scrum now off after the line out. There was a whistle. Waiting to see who's going to lead the scrum. Looks like it's going to be GCU, so it looks like ASU may have been offsides there on the line out. So now it's a scrum led by GCU. 4 minutes left, so time less and less for the Sun Devils to come back.
Oh, yes.
They have not scored since the opening minutes of the second half, and since it's been all GCU.
Oh, yeah, it's been a very GCU dominant game. So hopefully they can make it back in this coming day.
There's a whistle. They'll redo it again here. But if you're GCU on senior day, it'd be a great way to go out with a victory for sure for the Lobes.
Oh, most definitely. I'm sure they're used to it.
They had a great year last year.
Yeah.
Didn't end the way they wanted to, but this year coming back, having a good year as well, looking to get back to where they were, even go a little bit further.
Yeah, teams generally schedule their senior days on days that they know they'll win, so I'm sure they could have at least predicted the odds were in their favor.
Made it in their favor, but early on, though, Arizona State was doing a really
Early
good
on,
job.
Arizona State was giving them a bit of concern that their senior day may not end so happily, but the girls were able to get it going, and
so Arizona State tried to punt it. GCU fields that cleanly this time. Got 2:40 left and counting, and GCU looking like they're trying to score again and open this up even more. We mentioned this series has been one-sided, and even on the score sheet, closest margin of victory was 13 points. that's already been surpassed in this one. GCU looking to make it even more here as they look to go to 11-0 in the all-time in this series.
Oh yeah, GCU is definitely trying to make up that difference.
They're inching closer and closer. They pitch all the way to the far sideline. Able to keep it in bounds. Spinning tackle there. Just seems like these teams get so close and then something happens. We'll see if GCU is able to get the try. Here comes time.
And it's good for a try.
Gets the try, and that was a correction. It's Mariah Tuitasi, the junior. She's also one of the transfers from the city program in Washington that we mentioned, along with Excel Sanchez and Laylee Time. And so 2 of those 3 transfers from the city program in Washington have contributed big here today.
Oh yeah, most definitely very good players. And ASU and GCU go for their hydration break while the kicker comes on.
Tuitasi, a junior.
Yep, seems like the crowd is preemptively celebrating a victory.
Tuitasi from Oceanside, California, from Oceanside High School, contributing there to extend this lead. If they're able to get this to go here, it'd be over a 20-point lead.
Yeah, that's certainly a high margin.
Especially with only a minute left to go. It is up, and it is good. So it is 34-13. GCU leads.
And 45 seconds left on the clock.
And GCU getting ready.
Teams are already beginning to walk off. And we will cut for a quick commercial break right before the finish.
Proud partners of the Varsity Sports Show.
Hi, my name is Amaya Lucero. I'm 20 years old, and I'm a junior at UNLV. A few fun facts about me is that I love to travel. One of my favorite places to travel to is Disneyland. I love all things Disney. Another fun fact about me is that I was my high school dance team captain. I can't wait to be with Varsity Sports this semester.
We are back here. Last 5 seconds.
4, 3, 2, and 1.
So after this will end the game.
Yep, we have a bit of extra time.
Oh, so actually we'll have a little more time. Center official keeping track.
Center official has a unlimited amount of time that he can use. It's kind of like soccer where it's an arbitrary amount of time he's allowed to give out.
Not sure exactly how much time, but he'll keep the time for when the game finishes.
Yeah, generally it's an amount equivalent to the amount that was of time that was used for
injuries and such.
Injuries, because the clock runs the entire game. It's kind of like soccer.
Couldn't field that one cleanly, so now it's going to be a line out.
Must be demoralizing for Arizona State's team to have to play this remainder out, you know. But that's the game, unfortunately.
Still not a lot of a breeze going on. Temperatures are in the 90s right now.
Yeah, these girls already are congratulating themselves, and they just want to go home and get into the AC.
For GCU, it's going to be a good senior day for the Lopes. To close out this regular season with a victory as they head into regionals.
Oh, yes.
Look to go a little bit further than where they did last season.
Yeah, they'll certainly enjoy that.
ASU steals that line out there. That's really where the Seals have been the most, is on the line outs. But ASU punts that ahead. Something GCU's had trouble with.
And we would like to announce that Mariah Tuitasi, the junior from Washington, has been crowned as player of the game on GCU's side.
And that is going to do it. 34-13. GCU defeats Arizona State, and they close out senior day with a win. They are 6-2 on the season. ASU drops to 5-2. I want to congratulate GCU on their victory. We're going to, on behalf of everyone here
at the Varsity Sports Network, my name is Sebastian Mata.
I'm Spencer Party. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you